I'm recording this.
Okay.
So we will jump back on when Jennifer jumps on.
Okay, ready, Kaylee?
Give it to like 10:01.
Okay,
Do you see the screen?
yes.
Oh, all right. I'm recording this as well.
Jennifer says she's trying to get logged on,
Okay.
so she should be coming on in shortly.
Okay.
She says she's having trouble getting logged in. If you want to go ahead and get started, that's fine.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. All righty. All right, Jerry, it's all you.
Okay. Well, hello. I believe we met at last year's LER.
I think we did, yes.
Yes. Okay. So thank you for joining us. And I'm just going to give you a little overview of the volunteer opportunities here
Okay.
at NAT Georgia.
Perfect.
And this is our agenda for today, for our presentation.
Okay.
So this, Matt, we always begin our presentations with a mission moment. And our mission moment is centered on Neil Fernander. Neil Fernander was a volunteer firefighter, and he was killed by a drunk driver in 2018. Neil Fernander was married, and he and his wife had 2 children, a son and a daughter. His daughter was engaged to be married at the time of his death. So she was buried without her dad being present, without giving her away, without walking her down the aisle. He was well known in their community, well loved, well respected, just your overall upright citizen, someone that everyone knew and everyone loved and everyone cared about dearly. Every year we select the family to share our mission moments with, and it was, I feel he was rightly selected to be the person that we highlight for this time. As you may or may not know, MAT was founded by Candace Leitner, and this is a photo of daughters, Carrie and Serena.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie was killed at the age of 13 in 1980 by a drunk driver. She was on her way to a carnival and she was struck. So MAT was founded in 1980 on Carrie's birthday, September 5th, 1980, by her mother.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our first survivor, Laura Lamb, 5 months old. She was the nation's youngest quadriplegic, and she died at the age of 8 years.
Wow.
And this is a little bit of history about MAD. A lot of times you will hear us say crash because we believe that all crashes are 100% preventable. We don't use the word accident because to us it's not an accident when you make safer and wiser decisions to not drive under the influence, or when you make a decision to designate a non-drinking driver. So we believe that these are crashes because they are 100% preventable.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of MAD's milestones. It was signed in 1984 by President Ronald Reagan, the 21 Minimum Drinking Age Act. One of the reasons why I put that slide in there is because it was on my birthday, so I always like to highlight something good that happens.
That's your birthday.
Yeah, it's something good that happens because when I go through like the history on that date, it's not like a lot of not so pleasant things occur.
Yeah. Well, you were meant to work for MAD then, weren't you?
Yes, exactly.
That'll be my moment now as well.
Yes. Exactly. So here, October 23rd, Bill Clinton signs federal law lowering the legal drinking limit to 0.08.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our organizational structure. MAD is a 501 not-for-profit corporation. We're incorporated in the District of Columbia. MAD is one legal entity that has multiple offices, and we're located throughout the United States. And we also are located in Canada, and we have a MAD Brazil, which are legal entities, which operate under separate rules and guidelines. We also have offices located in Guam and in Hawaii.
Okay. So what 2 states are you not in?
We are not in,
That's a good question.
yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna get that answer.
It said only 48 states. What's the 2 states
Yes.
we're not in?
That's a good trivia question too. Let me find that out.
I know.
And why would we not want to be in those, or why would those states not want to be, you know?
Well, we have program states and we also have ED states, executive director states, and we have volunteer states. So it could
Okay.
be based on funding. But we can look at our chart, find out. Give us a second. Jerry, I'll find it out. You can continue on.
Okay. Okay. So this is our national president. Her name is Helen Whitty. She joined MAD in 2001. She became our national president in 2019
Okay.
in Miami, Florida with her husband. And she is also a, well, she's not a victim, but her daughter
Daughter.
by a drunk driver.
Wow.
She was on her way to a carnival and she was struck by a drunk driver. She was, I want to say 2 miles or less than when the accident occurred.
Wow.
Helen also travels throughout the United States attending the MAD events, and she has been here for 3 of our events. She's come to our Under the Dome Day, our walk, and she's attended the law enforcement recognition banquet.
I think she was there last year, wasn't she?
She was,
That's
yes.
right. I remember her. Yeah.
Yes, she was.
Wonderful lady.
Yes, she is. She is. I love her. And this is what MAD Georgia, this is our makeup for MAD Georgia. This is a list of all of our staff throughout the entire state. And as you know, there are 159 counties in Georgia, and we cover all 159 of them.
Good.
So we have Denise Blake, who is our executive director, and then we have our program specialist, myself, who works with the volunteers and the victim impact panels, which is also known as our VIPs. Mm-hmm. Katie, she's our program specialist over the underage drinking prevention. And we have Teresa DeWild. Teresa works covers I would say our southeast region down in the Savannah area, and then it goes to that South Carolina border.
Okay.
And we have Victim Services, Charlene Watley, who's our manager of Victim Services, and Veronica Jenkins. Veronica covers pretty much the Metro Atlanta up to Tennessee, just to kind of give you a visual of how we spread out throughout the state. Charlene, she covers that western region of Georgia, the central western region.
Okay.
We had another victim service specialist who covered the southeast region, but she has recently left MAD, so we do have a position vacant for the area. And our operation team members are Keisha Marshall, who is our I always get her title. She's fairly new, and I always get her title.
Office administrator.
No, not Keisha. Keisha.
Oh, she's a
our development. Yes. The reason why I get her mixed up is because when we had that position filled at one time, it was an event coordinator. So now that Keisha's here, the position title changed. So I still want to call her an event coordinator, and I to do that.
She's a development manager.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And Dominique Gooding is our office administrator, and Cynthia Hagan manages our grants for MAD.
Okay.
So MAD's mission, evolution. 1984 mission was Mothers Against Drunk Driving, provides grassroots leadership to create major social change in the attitude and behavior of Americans towards drunk driving. Today, the mission of Mothers Against Drunk Driving is to end drunk driving, help fight drug driving, support the victims of these violent crimes, and prevent underage drinking. And we took that and changed it so that we can make that more relatable, easier to understand, easier to comprehend, and easier to break down, and just let you know that there are no stones unturned for MAD mission. We want to make sure that we capture and impact every area of drinking and driving and fighting that and supporting.
Absolutely.
So here, you may ask, why you? Why are we looking for volunteers? Why are you needed to help us fight those 4 mission points? And if you are asking yourself this question, we have a little video that we would like to share with you that will hopefully pique your interest more and also answer the question as to why you. Uh-oh, let's see. There's usually sound with it, but I don't know why it's
Oh,
not.
can you hear it now?
Still can't hear it. Or if it's on my end.
No, I can't hear it either.
Oh, okay.
Is it playing for you, Katie?
Can you hear it now?
No.
Interesting. Okay, let's start it over.
At MAD, we believe
Oh, they're good.
Headphones.
0 fathers who aren't there for bedtime. 0 mothers who miss the first day of kindergarten. 0 sons and daughters who never come home. We believe in 0 victims of drunk driving. Since MAD's founding, we've made great progress. Drunk driving fatalities declined by more than 50%. All 50 states raised the legal drinking age to 21 and made it illegal for adults to drive with a blood alcohol concentration at or above 0.08. And as of 2016, over half of the country is covered by all offender ignition interlock laws. This is all good news, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough because every year, drunk driving injures 290,000 people. It's not good enough because every year, drunk driving takes 10,000 lives. It's not good enough because it isn't 0. But we know that we can get to 0, and it starts with you. When you work with MAD, you're part of the campaign to eliminate drunk driving. The campaign has 4 initiatives. 1, support more high visibility law enforcement. If people think they'll be caught, they're less likely to drive after drinking. DUI checkpoints can reduce drunk driving deaths by 17% and are one of the strongest deterrents to drunk driving currently available to law enforcement. 2, ignition interlocks for all convicted drunk drivers. Ignition interlocks force offenders to provide a sober breath sample before operating their vehicles. This keeps drunk drivers off of the road and reduces repeat DUI offenses by 67%. If ignition interlocks were adopted nationwide, an estimated 1,000 additional lives could be saved each year. 3, advanced vehicle technology. This is the future of a world without drunk driving. The driver alcohol detection system for safety will use breath and/or touch sensors inside the vehicle to determine if a driver is over the BAC limit of 0.08 and keep the car from moving. Additionally, autonomous vehicle technologies have the potential to eliminate many types of roadway fatalities, including drunk driving. If universally adopted, no more victims will become a reality. 4. Public support. Everyone has a responsibility to help eliminate drunk driving. Thanks to non-drinking designated drivers, taxis, public transportation, and ride-sharing apps, there's no excuse to drive drunk. And buckle up every time. Wearing a seatbelt is the best defense against a drunk driver. When you support MAD and the campaign to eliminate drunk driving, your time, your financial support, your energy will all add up to zero. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in zero.
I love the video.
That's a good video.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
You know, one thing I've noticed living up here in the metro area, that first point about visible law enforcement, you know, the metro counties don't do traffic enforcement as often as they do in the outlying counties away from the metro area because they're so busy, you know, answering calls. And that's one thing I've noticed since moving up here, because I used to work law enforcement down in South Georgia in Lowndes County area.
Oh, yeah.
And we were really, really aggressive traffic enforcement, roadblocks, checkpoints, and stuff like that. And I've noticed just in the past 5 or 6 years living up here, you don't see it that often up here because the officers are so busy going call to call to call.
Unless it's a national holiday, you know, then it becomes enforced, but
Yep.
it's not the top one, you know, top three.
Yeah,
Speed
it's just not
is
a
more
big
factor
priority.
in Metro. Yeah. All right. So, but thank you for what you do. You know, there's a big difference. So, but we still continue to support law enforcement down in the area as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's true. That is so true. When I'm traveling 75 South going through Lowndes County, they are still present. They are still
Oh yeah, I used to be one of those guys on the interstate doing the interstate stuff. So I used to stop a lot of folks.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interrupt their trip to Disney on a pretty regular basis.
Yes.
So of course, we can continue on, you know, every 51 minutes and statistics, this is, because we get our statistics from NHTSA, and this is based on 2018. Every 51 minutes, someone is killed in a drunk driving crash. So that's one every hour.
Yep.
On a national statistic. And it's still, this update has been, I think, since 2016. We're now getting our 2018 numbers, so this may be impacted as well. So 2 out of 3 people will be impacted by a drunk driving driver in their lifetime. So we've got 3 people on the call right now. Just imagine if you can just verbally say that if you've been impacted by a drunk driver. I know someone that has been impacted. Jerry or Marshall, have you been impacted by a drunk driver in your lifetime?
Yeah, I've had friends killed and injured because of that. Fellow officers injured, killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that statistic is true.
Yes.
And so, of course, let me go back. We know going on the highway, we see the GDOT post this number every day. How many people have been impacted by a impaired driver or distracted driver? But out of those 1,222 people in 2018, 375 people were impacted and lost their lives in a DUI crash. And so, unfortunately, 22% of those people in a motor vehicle crash were involved in at least one impaired driver. So we talk about that a lot with prevention. We'll go into that a little bit later. 24% of people who died in Georgia's highways, their BAC level was over a 0.08. So that's the top tier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, volunteer opportunities, Jerry.
Yes. So here, a list of volunteer opportunities that we do offer here with MAD. One of them is Advocate for Change, work to strengthen existing laws and pass new ones. Get started by emailing your legislatures. Lend a shoulder, become a trained volunteer advocate or help volunteer and provide emotional support to victims and survivors. Advise a board, consider a community leadership role by serving on a local advisory board. To raise funds, sign up for Walk Like Mad in your community or as a virtual walker online to help raise mission funds to end driving. And here for our Walk Like Mad, this is a 5K run that we host every year. We are now on year 12, I believe.
Okay.
I think year 12. And this year we are going to host it at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in October of 2019. And we just encourage everyone to sign up, or you can create a team. Like if you wanted to create a team for yourself or for the students there at Chattahoochee Tech, you can.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
we provide a link and you can go on and create your own team. We, when you do register for the walk, you will get a t-shirt, but we do have some of our participants, they create their own shirts so that they can be identifiable the day of the run.
Okay.
Our next opportunity is Speak Out. Join the Speakers Bureau program and speak at schools, civic groups, clubs, and other organizations. Spread the word, distribute MAD's Taiwan On for Safety red ribbons to encourage people not to drink and drive. Tie a ribbon on your vehicle or show your commitment. One of the things that Kaylee does as well as a part of her programs, we call it TOOS, Taiwan On for Safety, and she will go to schools and churches and other organizations who invite her in to do the Taiwan On for Safety. Those are really big. We had a big one last year in Conyers at Springfield Missionary Baptist Church. It was a great event. We had a lot of law enforcement from Rockdale County come out and represent.
Yep.
And then the other
Governor's Office of Highway Safety was there. AAA was there. It was big.
Now, is that a once a year event, the Taiwan On for Safety, or is that things done throughout the year?
Taiwan On for Safety, it goes on, there's 3 annual events, and it's usually focused on the holidays. So there's Christmas, Taiwan On for Safety, there's 4th of July.
Okay.
We just had, just recently for St. Patrick's Day. So
Right.
it's more or less like a press release. Now, we're also going to do Saturated Saturdays, which starts in April.
Okay.
And that'll be like a network meeting during the day, during a high traffic area. And they'll just do a sobriety checkpoint, you know, on a major street.
Yep.
And it's called Saturated Saturday. So you'll see the focus might be speed, it might be DUI, but it's during the day on a Saturday, every Saturday in April. So Georgia will start that this hopefully next month.
Hopefully next, yeah.
All right, so we got about 10 minutes. So monitoring the courts. That's why I really want to engage with your criminal justice students.
Okay.
Of course, I know that we have tons of other initiatives. We have the VIP, we have victims that share their stories, it's a 2-hour workshop, and now it's moved on to virtual classes, but it is mandated sometimes per state. In Georgia, it is not mandated, but probation does give them referrals to attend. We have the designated driver program. That is a great another student engagement project that you can work with Jerry on. We have the designated driver program at the Atlanta United and Atlanta Falcons games, home games. They register people to driver and they get a cup unlimited soda throughout the game.
Okay.
Great engagement. And we need help in the office as well.
Okay.
Internships. All right, so CEDD, Campaign to Eliminate Drunk Driver. If you have a network of retired police officers that want to learn more about MAD, especially statistic-wise, we can provide a Campaign to Eliminate Drunk Driving presentation. So that's an overview of what MAD is working on, the history of MAD. I do those presentations, that's not a problem. Community activities, Jerry talked about the walk is massive. We work with the Arthur Blank Foundation and the Atlanta Track Club, and its tentative date has been set October 24th, 2020.
Okay.
Power Parents and Power of Youth. This is my little baby. I work with schools. I work with community outreach, engaging with parents to engage, to talk to their youth about just a conversation about drinking and driving. If the parent can engage first, of course they're going to hear it in schools, but let the parents lead the conversation, and we give them tools on how to do that. So we're actually going to do our first virtual workshop on Monday at 2:00, and we'll have our youth event, and we're inviting all the schools for the young people to engage as well at 6:00. So 2:00 for parents, 6:00 for youth.
Okay.
VIPs, again, they're virtual right now. Court monitoring, and we're going to send you this PowerPoint as well so you can go over it. We need the
Perfect. Yeah, I was going to ask if I could get a copy of this.
Yes, everybody that goes to court monitoring, the training is virtual. I can give you the login information pretty much, but we need the applications for the volunteers first.
Okay.
To document and to make sure that we know who these people are. And of course, once we get the applications, then they're going to go through the training, and then we'll give them an orientation of what to expect, the documents to do court monitoring, but they have to be virtually. If now you can do a virtual, you can't court monitor virtual. You have to get the information of the cases first. Then once you get the cases, the docket and the calendar and where that case will be.
Okay.
They go to the courtroom with their documentation, report out what the judge and what the plaintiff decides what the case will be. So pretty much, some counties have awesome information that you can retrieve with the docket, but sometimes you have to do a little bit of digging.
Okay.
All right. And once you get those students to us and applicants, we'll send out the information to them.
Okay.
Talked about Tylenol for safety. It's a great prevention awareness for the community to let people know, okay, this is a campaign, and we base it off of Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Whatever their campaigns are, we'll mirror and support them as well.
Okay. Awesome.
Marshall, do you have any questions?
I don't. I think I got most of them answered, and the ones I did ask, you got them answered too. So I think I'm pretty good to go. And I've got your contact information. I don't have anything. And I'll make sure we get this out to, I know I sent the email out to students. This is a crazy time, so I'm not surprised they didn't, sign up. I had a face-to-face class, virtual class on Monday, and I had 2 students show up out of 10. So I know they're worried, they're unsure. I know there's a lot going on with them right now. So I'll make sure this gets out to them for sure, though, because I know there's going to be some people interested. And,
we're always available.
Okay.
Any other questions? We're here during these uncertainties, but we still have to be proactive because we will get back to normal.
Yeah, it will. That's right. It will.
Yeah.
Well, I sure appreciate y'all's time.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.